Hello everybody, welcome back. Today's episode I'll be showing you how I make components by making windows, and I'll also make a few doors. So yeah, remember, recap from last video, I did the porch, and before that, when I did the porch at first, YouTube didn't allow more than 15 minutes, but now it does. But actually, I really don't like to use my videos more than 20 minutes usually, because it's a real pain to upload and stuff, and the processing, and yeah. But I'll still be able to fit in making windows, because making components is easy, quick, and it's fun. And also show you some of the beauty of components too, editing and etc., etc. Because, you know, I'm still trying to make this side look like this side. And yes, in the video I purposely made it where I finished half the house and made the other half unfinished. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I usually use layers so that I can keep track of where I am. As you can see, that took the roof off in here. As you can see, a basic room layout has been made. And yes, even though most houses today don't really have this kind of layout, I'm trying to actually make a house like back from the catalog of 1913 from the Sears and Roebuck company. So yeah, so really what I'm doing is making a Sears-like home, where you see these houses came in kits and such. And I mean, but standards 100 years ago weren't necessarily standards today, so you'll see some differences. And they're also, now, this particular model actually, you know, it doesn't have a bathroom, but I will include a bathroom in this video series, because, yeah, it would be pretty weird to have, especially if this is a 4-bedroom house. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so first I choose a room. Let's do this nice big room here. It's the dining room, and obviously dining rooms need light, so we'll make windows. Now what I usually like to do, because I want to make this window, these new windows here be as high as this, I would do this. And so as you watch carefully, you see that little dotted line there? As I move up on the wall, means it's flush with it. And like I said in previous videos, we all have our own ways, but this is just how I do it real quickly. So I can erase that. And yeah, what I do now is I'm making construction lines. And these will all be erased whenever, like so, like I did here. So, alright, let's do this. Alright. I probably want 2 windows, maybe 3 feet away from a wall. So what I'll do is I'll make a copy of the line segment that I created when I created this construction lines. See how it's in blue? I push the control button, and then I just hover it over, and as you can see in the lower right of the screen where it says length, see it says 3 feet. There we go. Now I can start erasing construction lines. So this will be the base boundaries. Probably what else? Say these windows probably could be like, I don't know, 2'6". I'll type that in. Watch as in the length button, where in the length, see where it says 2 feet with the foot symbol. And I type in 6. The default is inches, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. I mean, if you're like from another country and stuff, when you use the metric system, then you'll have to fiddle with it, I think. Not sure, but by default it is in inches. So here's what I'll do here is so yeah, but you can always play with it, like different templates and stuff. And as you can see, I drew the windows I used the coloring here, and I just pushed them out with the push-pull tool. And as you can see all the way through the windows. And maybe, do you want the windows closer together? Sure, we can do that. Let's make the windows a little closer together. Say for example you want 4 inches in. I mean, you know, this software is very easy to use, so you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like awesome. Just think of what you could actually do with it, you know, I mean, yeah, I know it is a lot simpler than most programs, but I mean, free software, who can turn that one down? So yeah. Alright, so I made window openings. And what I'll do now is I'll make another opening in the kitchen, which, well, this room is a designated kitchen, and I'll center it. What I'll do here is I'll take this, right click, make a copy of this, control, see that little plus on the cursor? I'll move it over, and voila, I put it in. So I don't have to do all of that drawing again with the construction lines and stuff. Pretty nifty. I use the paint bucket tool, eyedropper, because you see I want to make all the colors the same, so I don't have to fumble around looking for the colors. Like, what colors did I use? What colors? I was like that when I first started using Sketchup. I was like, wow, there's too many colors. How do I choose? And I ended up choosing the wrong ones. Or especially when you have to edit colors too. Alright, now I have window openings. Now I'll make the windows in terms of components. So what I'll do is, like I did before, I'll close the window up and make a copy. As you can see, you don't need that anymore. I'll color the window what I want to color it. Bump it out. And yeah, I'll use that push-pull tool, so let's see, how thick, maybe 1.5, I don't know, but that's good enough for now. Then through the middle, because this will be a double hung window, 1.5, because obviously these two have to be the same. In the back. Now, whenever you cut out the windows here, you see the blue. Whenever you cut out the windows, you'll have to actually make it according to thickness, so then it actually looks like overlap. Those windows actually overlap. So what I'll do is, because I have 2 inches on these other windows, as you can see, look in the lower right. As I measure, see 2 inches. So what I'll do here is I'll make this come down 1 inch here, and you'll see why in just a second. So then I can come in here like so, see, thickness, then 1 inch here. So then from here to here are 2 inches. It's 2 inches, and that's through the middle. And there I'll just do that, and then I'll double click here. I'll push it in there, push that in, then I push this up. So then this pane will be exactly the same as this pane down here. And that's how double hung windows are. And as you can see, you can imagine, you know, pushing this piece up. Now, you see that there's no lines over on the edges here. That's going to be all hidden anyway. So it's not going to matter. And I would actually recommend erasing all lines that won't be seen. So then you can keep your file size down as low as possible. And that's also helpful, especially if you're emailing this, like at work or something, you're talking to coworkers and stuff, having to share work, or through like email, or trying to upload to the 3D warehouse. Yeah, I know that can be a bother. Because you can't go over 10 megabytes. So yeah, now make the, like what I call the metal around the windows. So, like so. Like here, what you see here. Sort of a metal around the windows, or to give it that metal appearance. Now what I like to do is use the eyedropper tool, because the glare I had to make myself, so I use eyedropper tool. As you can see, one side of the window, and then the interior of the window will just be looking outward, because I guess it'll look pretty weird, you know, when you're inside looking out. And as you can see, not a bad window. You can see both out of it, both sides. Yeah, I like that window. Alright, so what you'll do now is you'll right click, select, all connected, and what you'll do now, you'll push the G button, the G key, or you can always go up here on in the toolbar. Component 1, it says component 1. I want to name this component window, and then I create it. Why not? I already had a component named window. Let's see if it affected anything. Nope, it didn't affect anything because I already exploded the components. So, this is the window. Now what I want to do is I want to place the windows in their respective openings. I like to center my windows. I guess it just makes for good rendering. But you know, you can position them any way you want. You're free. And as you can see, windows. I want to see something really cool, which you can do now that you have components, and you can edit component, and say I wanted to make a cross in this window. Watch carefully. Watch this window and the window next to it. It automatically puts the line on those whatever other components. See? Well, that didn't turn out well, but it's enough for you to get the idea. I mean, components are very useful. Or say, I don't want this window here. I want something else. Just right-click, erase. Because another thing is, unlike these windows that I exploded before the videos, which I probably shouldn't have, but I did anyway. You know, erasing it can be a hassle. So the good thing about components is you can erase all you want, and you know, say I don't want a window here, you just use this. It's gone. Ooh, like magic. It's gone. See? No sign of it. But I actually wanted that there, so. And yes, I use Control Z if I want it back. But another thing is about these components is you can erase, even though all of the components are erased, you can go to your windows, your components, and you go to In Model, because it puts it into a components library that you created yourself. And then, there you go, window. You place it in. Voila. Components are also very good, especially if you're unsure about something or you have options. Because another thing is, you know, I mean, like I said, of all that other stuff, watch what I do to this window and see how it doesn't do that to any of these other windows. So yeah. But I mean, these windows are actually meant to be those different sizes. And so what I'll do is a window frame. Now, window frames could be in components, but you know, actually, I think I'll do that in another video, because this video actually is basing off of components. So what I'll do now is make a door. Doors are like windows, in my book. Okay, so make it a certain distance from the wall. That distance varies in each house. Just say for the record, 7 feet, 2'6", kind of wide. Not a bad door size. I mean, people would put like 6'8", but I mean, back in some of these older days, people enjoy tall ceilings and such, so sometimes their doors were a little taller. Sometimes 8 feet even. Well, I mean, but those are like for those really big, cool looking, I mean, expensive mansion houses. Because, you know, I mean, this is just one of those old common houses. Likely a farmhouse or maybe a house on an old city corner. I mean, go downtown in your city, maybe you might see a bunch of these old houses. And who knows, I mean. But anyway. Alright, so, but I mean, like the window I made. See, I'm actually making it just like how I made the window. Let us see what we got here. Okay. Let's say that's probably about a good door thickness. And what I'll do here is, see, you can watch in the measurements down at the bottom right. Because every time I type something in, it will always appear on the bottom right. And so, like an old house, I want to make it like this old house. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it the 5-panel door. So you can see I right-click divide. See, it gives you that divide option. I'm not going to do that there. I already did it here. And you see where the green are? That's what you use as your guide. Then now you can just double click. Erase, 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 erase. You get it. Erase. Then bring these in. Something like that. Right, click copy over. Ooh, not what I wanted. I didn't want. Oh yes, it cuts stuff out. Okay. Now I'm gonna have a problem here, so I'm just gonna fix that there quickly. Notice how it's blue, so I just fix that with this. I didn't do anything. Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually making the doors at the right thicknesses. What I usually used to do is just make the doors like a piece of paper and put them in the openings. But then, nah, that didn't work out too hot. So there you have it, your 5-panel door. Now sometimes what I like to do is I like to go into the library and get a doorknob, because I actually stink badly at doorknobs. I don't know, I'm not good at it, so I usually go to Google, door, and usually keywords help, so see, look what it gives me. See, these have doorknobs, so I'll take a doorknob. I can actually get a doorknob or just take a doorknob off of one of these babies and use that. This thing doesn't want to rotate. Yes, and rotating. Good thing about, see how it is a component itself. Now to extract elements, you have to explode these components. That's what I'm doing now. Then get rid of what I don't want. And there you have a doorknob. This thing is not cooperating with me tonight. What the heck? So I'll bring these things in here about, I don't know, say 3 inches. No, too much. What the heck? A doorknob is probably 2'6". Rotate it again 90 degrees. There you have it, 5 panels with a doorknob. And you know, that works out real nicely. That definitely works out nicely. I would say maybe I'd move that up 6 inches. Oh yeah, that looks better. Much better. Half an inch here. And back in the day when doorknobs actually were black, so give it that blackish appearance. And I mean, my doors are usually shut, so it doesn't matter what I'm gonna do next with, just keep it the way it is like that. So right click, make component, see here, or says, or you can push the G key. I'll make it door. Okay, let's create that door. Let's see here, and there we have a door. One other thing you can do if you want to keep the components as they are, go to View, Edge Style, Profiles, and it looks seamless, because if you're bothered by that. But however, I would always recommend when you do your work, you view it with profiles on, and you save non-viewing for later, for when you render it finally. It's usually my recommendation. And to do door frames and window frames are very simple. I just do it this way. You can do it any way you want, but I do it this way. And I get the offset tool. I just do a couple reams like that and color it in. And just pick a distance. Like I said, you know, inches are default, so if you're just typing in inches, you don't need to type in a symbol. Even though the inch symbol is a double apostrophe kind of looking thing. But you do have to put the foot symbol in if you didn't default it by feet. Alright, the door frame is very similar, as you can see here. However, I won't really be working with this until I go into room finishes, which will be in a few other in a video in the future. But I'll just show you it anyway. See, it's just like the window. Then on the bottom here, I erase those lines there. I mean, you don't have to, but it's just a way to make your model look cleaner. And that's what we want. I mean, that's what I want, especially. And I'll pick a distance, and there you have a door frame. I mean, hey, that really isn't bad if you think about it. And therefore, I'll just take the liberty of doing the other side. And because door components are just like window components in terms of how components behave, I won't demonstrate with the doors like I did with the windows. Because you already know you already saw what components. What did I do? Oh, because you already saw that. Now, another thing you can do with doors, I mean, you can make the impression, you can use the component, looks like it's hinged open. See? You can see into the other room. Huh, isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Yeah, I'm good like that. Wee! Alright, well. I'm also going to do some a little bit of work outside of my videos, because just watching every single thing would actually get boring, because so then what you probably won't be seeing is, like, I'll just basically be doing some basic finishes like the framings and other things, because pretty much already saw how I did a frame and how I did components. So, but whenever it comes to like the stairs and a few other things and layout determination, you'll be seeing all that, and I mean adjustments, etc., etc. And I mean, but I mean, if it's too redundant, too repetitious, I won't bore you with that. All right. Thank you very much for watching. That was another video of this old farmhouse. If you liked it, please rate, comment, subscribe. Really much appreciate it. And thank you very much. Have a great day. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.